Colons and semicolons were first invented in 1996 as a way to let people draw the eyes on a smiley and to fill the otherwise awkward key next to the L on the keyboard. And hello to you if you're now looking at the L key on your keyboard. The colon and the semicolon are apparently useful punctuation marks. However, their use seems to be shrouded in more mystery than the Da Vinci Code. Fear not though, here's the lowdown on how to use these pesky little critters. First up, let's look at the colon. The good news is the colon is pretty straightforward to use. You use the colon before a list. For example, I went to the shop earlier and I bought peaches, pizza, Pringles and plums. The colon goes after the word bought and is then followed by all the things that make up the list. You might notice colons used a lot in this way when you see PowerPoint presentations. Semicolons are a little bit more complex, but stick with me. There's points on offer here in a bit. If you look closely, you'll notice that it's made up of a full stop and a comma. And funnily enough, it's used as a cross between the two. You see, like a comma, a semicolon is used to put a pause in a sentence. The difference is that you use a semicolon when you want a longer pause. But at the same time, you don't want to make two sentences by putting in a full stop, because the two are so closely related. Let me give you an example. There's a ninja hiding outside my tent. His eyes glow in the dark. In this example, the two sentences are closely linked. Therefore, you can use a semicolon instead of the full stop to make them one big sentence. There's a ninja hiding outside my tent. His eyes glow in the dark. This is now one big sentence, and the semicolon has replaced the need to use words like and, but, so, or, nor, or yet. If I was going to use one of these words, then I wouldn't need to use the semicolon. For example, badgers hate Marmite, but they are partial to a spot of mustard. The word but is doing the job that the semicolon could also do. You can also use a semicolon when you need to make a list of items that are already separated with a comma, like locations, names, dates, and descriptions. For example, badgers are often seen skydiving over Poole, Dorset, Lewes, East Sussex, and in Wakefield, West Yorkshire. In this case, the semicolon makes it easier to separate the different items on the list. See if you can spot where the semicolons could go in this sentence. Today, my customers included Steve, who thinks he's Spider-Man, Natalie, who drove an Aston Martin, and Jess, who has really long blonde hair. So that's semicolons. Good news. For getting through this, you've earned 14 points. Well done you. The points are, well, they're pretty worthless really. In fact, they don't mean anything. Sorry about that. And so to recap. Semicolons are used most often when you want a long pause, but not a full stop in a sentence. They're also used to split up a list that already uses commas. Colons are used before a list. Oh, and both are great for smileys.